Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog. This week is going to be a very busy one. I am taking a break from doing markets. If you haven't watched my last video, I talk about it a little bit. My next market is on the weekend of the 31st of May, so I still have a lot of time. So I'm not going to be doing any of that this week. No preparation or anything. I'm way too busy with other stuff right now anyways. This week I'm giving 2 different workshops for the first time in my entire life. I've never done this before. Tuesday it's a drawing workshop with kids. I'm basically teaching them how to draw comics and cartoons. Thursday, however, it's with adults 18 plus. We are having a live model drawing workshop class type thing. That should be pretty chill. I'm not there to really teach anything. I'm gonna be there to like supervise. If anyone needs advice, I can help them with that. Since tomorrow is such a big day for me, I'm gonna be taking it easy today. I have a commission that I'm working on and I think I'm gonna finish that today. I'm gonna go make myself a drink and get to work. Just took my cat to the vet for his booster shots. Everything's good. I'm sure he's gonna be super happy to be home. He did very well, as always, because he's the bestest of boys. Do you like my teacher outfit? I'm done with day one. It went well, but it was quite the experience dealing with a bunch of kids. But I think they liked it, which is the point. Good morning, today is Wednesday, and yesterday I gave my first drawing class. Obviously I didn't vlog while the kids were around. I was a bit scared to see what the vibes were gonna be. You have kind of a big divide between the kids who are more serious, who are here to learn. You have some kids that are younger and they just kind of like to draw, and I don't know if they're going to be as receptive to learning things. But yesterday was the first class, so it was very low pressure. I had planned a little activity to kind of gauge where their skills were at. Half of them completed it very quickly, so I was kind of left having to find a plan B. Thankfully, at the beginning of the class, I had asked them what are things that they would be interested in learning, and they seemed to be very eager to learn how to draw manga, so that's what I went with. I kind of gave them a little crash course on how to draw a manga face, which is crazy because that's really not how I draw usually. It's really not my style, but hey, I've been a 12-year-old before. Next class is supposed to be a little bit more heavy on actual information, so I'm gonna see how that goes. Anyways, I'm really glad that I'm not doing this full time at the moment because some of them are pretty chatty and it can be tiring at times. I feel like if I want to give this class in the future, I should probably target the demographic to be a little older, like from 10 to 12, you know? Because at the moment it ranges from 8 to 12, which is vastly different levels of skill and interest. Yesterday, right before I left for my class, I received a message from our model saying that she wasn't going to be able to be there tomorrow. She's sick, so I have to find someone to replace her in a very short amount of time. So I sent an email to our second model to see if they would be comfortable switching, and I haven't gotten an answer yet, so I hope I will be getting that today. Thankfully, I've had a lot of people reaching out to offer to model for us, so that's cool because I have like a huge bank of contacts, people that I can go to if I need a model, but doesn't mean that they're gonna all be available, so otherwise we won't have a model. Which sucks because we're at 9 participants right now. We can't really move the event another time. That would be like super unprofessional. I'm kind of stressed out right now. Good news, I found someone to replace my model for tomorrow, so I'm just hoping they're not also gonna bail out. I'm already preparing for tomorrow. I've prepared a few materials that I'm bringing for the class. I'm gonna let people borrow some of those things if they don't have enough materials or they forgot to bring their own. Technically, people are supposed to bring their own supplies because that's what we asked. But I'm an art supplies hoarder, so I can definitely share some. I have these graphite pencils that I never use, and then these Conte crayons and these charcoal sticks. I haven't used this stuff since I was in college, so it's been a few years. But I wouldn't mind if people just use them all up. I've also got this really old pad of paper that belonged to my mom once upon a time. She gave it to me, but that's not really a type of paper that I like because it's very textured. So I'm probably not going to use it for myself. So, you know, might as well bring it and see if someone can get some use out of it. These are just my own regular supplies that I'm going to be bringing in case I want to draw along. I'm probably going to keep those for myself though. But, you know, I got a brush pen. I also got these 3 brush pens that I love using for live models because they're so flowy and they're like a real brush with bristles, so it gives really nice textures when you go really fast with them. I also love that with this color palette, you have a very light color for base sketches, and then you have a mid-tone and then a darker color. It works really well in my opinion. I really like the way it looks. Good morning, it's Friday. You saw the clips already from yesterday's workshop. I didn't film too much because I wasn't too comfortable filming with other people around, especially since the model was completely nude. But I can tell you that everyone seemed to enjoy, and we really hope that they're going to come back next time, which is in 2 weeks. It was my first time, so I was a little bit nervous and I was scared of not being present enough. My job was pretty much like announcing the next poses, keeping up with the model and their needs, and keeping time basically, so like setting up timers. People told me at the end that it would have been interesting to change the light source every once in a while, and that's fair criticism. I actually was planning on providing different light sources throughout the session, but I kind of got caught up in my nervousness and forgot about that, so I didn't do it this time, but I'm gonna try to remind myself to do it next time. I would have liked to do maybe like an introduction for anyone who's new to live model drawing and maybe give them tips on how to get started. You saw at the end I was looking through everyone's drawings, and a lot of people were telling me like, oh, the 50-second poses were not my greatest, and I totally get where they're coming from because, you know, it's a warm-up, it's normal. But I feel like personally, sometimes these poses turn out the best because they're when I'm at my loosest and I don't get caught up in details, so it looks more loose, more natural, more organic also. And that's something I personally like to look at, maybe more than like a more finished, polished drawing. So like I don't want to like go and like tell them what to do, but maybe it would have been nice to provide these people with some advice on how to go about these shorter poses, because maybe that's something they're not used to. In fact, my model was telling me that she's used to doing longer poses, so I guess in these kinds of workshops you can usually expect to have like 20 to 30 minute poses. So I was happy to provide that variety and also potentially challenge the participants in something that they might not be used to. You saw a little bit of the art I did. I didn't do much because I was like all over the place mentally. For the longer poses, since I had time while the timer was running out, I still managed to draw a little bit. So this is one page. These are the shorter poses at the beginning. You can ignore that. Those are more like doodles. I was even drawing people while they were drawing. And then I have this page. I think these are the 10 minutes poses. They're a little bit longer, so I was doing them multiple times. I can't spend much time on a pose. I get bored, so I just do it really quickly and then I just do it all over again. So that's the second spread. And then the final spread is the 30-minute poses. And you can see that I was spending way more time on this page. At the end, the model used a chair and they were facing like away from me. So I didn't have much to draw. There weren't a lot of details from the back, but I thought it was really fun to draw like the nightgown thing they had, you know, put on the chair. And that's that. So I managed to finish 3 spreads in one day. So I'm slowly getting to the end of the sketchbook. That's a side note, but I'm really excited to be done with it so I can make a sketchbook tour. So yeah, very excited for next time. It's gonna be, like I said, in 2 weeks, so I still have time to like figure out what themes I want. I was thinking of doing maybe like a springtime thing. I had like this idea pop in my head of making like a big flower prop, so I think that could be interesting. So I'll see if I have time to do that. So yeah, that was my experience doing a live drawing workshop for the first time. Now I'm gonna report back to the organizers at the space that I hosted at. Let them know what are things that we can change, what went well, what we can expect for next time. Otherwise, this craziness of a week is over, so I can finally rest. I want to thank you all for watching this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you will stick around for more videos from me. I don't know when it's gonna be, but it's gonna be when it's gonna be. So have a lovely day, have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next time.